Welcome to this OpenTox screencast, demonstrating and teaching some basic ToxCreate software features. ToxCreate creates laser classification models from your uploaded datasets. More model building algorithms will follow. The input file should contain two columns separated by a comma. In the first column, you should enter the chemical structure in mouse format, while in the second column you should specify the activity classification, which should be 1 for active and 0 for inactive. An example input file is available for download. You can create input files in Microsoft Excel. Just create a sheet with two columns and export them as a CSV file with the Save As option from the menu, selecting the CSV, delimited format. For the sake of this demonstration, I will use the EPAFHM acute toxicity dataset generated by the US EPA Mid-Continental Ecology Division for the purpose of developing an expert system to predict acute toxicity from chemical structure based on mode of action considerations. Hence, an important and unusual characteristic of this toxicity database is that the 617 tested industrial organic chemicals were expressly chosen to serve as a useful training set for development of predictive quantitative structure-activity relationships. A second valuable aspect of this database from a QSR modeling perspective is the inclusion of general mode of action classifications of acute toxicity response for individual chemicals derived from study results. These mode of action assignments are biologically based classifications, allowing definition of chemical similarity based upon biological activity instead of organic chemistry functional class, as most commonly employed in current QSR studies. Mode of action classification should strengthen the scientific basis for construction of individual QSRs. I want to highlight the fact that I have removed 3 chemicals from the training dataset. One of those chemicals is highlighted in red here on the right hand side of the screen, and as you can see, there is no associated activity value for this chemical. So this entry is removed from the custom dataset I have built for the purpose of this demonstration, and the same holds true for another 2 chemicals. Let's go back to the ToxCreate application. I will proceed now with submitting this custom dataset by first entering a name for the endpoint and then browse to the custom dataset and finally click Create Model in order to upload the data and launch the model building process. This would take a while depending on the dataset size and the current load on the service. The inspect page is refreshed every 15 seconds to update the model status. Once the model building is completed, you can go to the predict page and apply the newly created model to predict the EPAFHM endpoint for some chemicals, which might be identified by structure diagram drawing or name, InChI, CAS registry numbers, mouse, etc. You should also make sure to select the model you want to apply. So, as an illustration, I'll apply the newly created model to oxytocin. I'll select the EPAFHM model and click the Predict button. As you can see, according to our model, oxytocin is active with a confidence of 0.041. I will proceed now with another prediction. For example, for a given CAS registry number, let's say 4376-20-9, I'll select again the EPAFHM model and click the Predict button. As you can see, this phthalic acid tester is predicted as being inactive with a confidence of 0.062. As yet another example, I'll use the structure diagram editor to specify a query for benzene. I'll select again the EPAFHM minnow model and click the predict button. Benzene is predicted as active, and in addition, the fact that benzene is present in the training dataset is highlighted. And finally, I'll go back to the inspect page before quitting the application and delete the model we have just created. Thank you for your attention.